everybody, it's Chris Eads, known online as Wootini, here with another Gay Gamer video podcast. Quick movie review before we get to the games. This week I went to see The Invisible Man, which I was actually kind of looking forward to. The trailer looked really good, and then I had to stop looking at the trailer because it was showing a lot. And I actually saw this in IMAX because why not? I don't pay extra for premium services, so I said let's see it in IMAX. Doesn't need to be seen in IMAX. In fact, it wasn't even that good in IMAX because it wasn't shot for IMAX, so it's like I felt like it wasn't high enough resolution for such a big screen. Some of it looked a little grainy, but it's a good movie. I was very impressed. Very suspenseful. There are quite a few moments, shock moments, not jump scares, because it's not that kind of thing. It's more like shock, like, I can't believe that just happened. I did that literally, like multiple times through the movie. I'd go, because it was very exciting and thrilling, and some good shock moments. Elizabeth Moss is really good. No surprise there. She's terrific. It's a bit long. It's like a full 2 hours. I'm not sure where they could trim it down, but I feel like they should have been able. It didn't feel 2 hours long, because it's very exciting and thrilling as you're watching it. But I do feel like they could have maybe gotten 10 to 15 minutes down if they just kind of sped things up a little, maybe. But at the same time, the nice, slow, suspenseful build, and, you know, it's panning over to the empty corner of a room, and is it empty? I don't know. It's spooky. So I do recommend it. Obviously, don't pay for IMAX, but feel free to go see it in the theater. It's totally worth it at a decent price for a ticket. It was IMAX. It wasn't a particularly full theater for an IMAX matinee, and I would like to think that most of the people in that theater were also AMC A-list subscribers who didn't have to pay for the actual ticket, because if anyone in that theater paid $24 to see The Invisible Man, I just feel like you're an idiot, and why are you paying that much money for a movie ticket? Also, when you could pay $24 and see a month's worth of movies for that same price, so what the heck. Anyway, on to the games, which I do want to talk about Witcher. I do want to talk about The Witcher briefly. Just because I finally understand why everyone raved about this game. Like, I was playing it, and it was fine. I'm like, okay, this is good. Like, I get it. Like, it's fine. But it's very much a sequel, so I felt kind of removed from the story because I didn't know who these characters were and what was going on, and when they referred to things that were happening, I'm like, am I supposed to know what you're talking about? But I reached a quest line, the Family Matters quest, which started simply enough, where the Baron says, I'll tell you what I know. If you find my missing wife and daughter, I'm so worried. And then it proceeds from there, and things get complicated, you discover things, and you discover the truth, and then you say, oh wait, what's really going on here? And then things take a decidedly dark turn, and it's like, oh my. And then, as the quest continues to progress through the sections, things take a really dark turn, and there's some scenes where I was just like, wow, I can't believe I'm actually seeing this happening. This is super dark and really disturbing. And it was really well done. Like, it was well written, well acted. The visual performance, not so great on the Switch, but maybe that's why I was noticing and paying more attention to the writing, because visually it didn't look as good. But I'm just like, now I get it. It's like really well written. Now I get why everyone was raving about this game, and I have to say, bravo. Also, side note, I got to my first like big city instead of a little village thing. So I found my first big city, and happened upon a barbershop. So of course, being me, I had to stop in and get a little trim. Just, a little trim. I regretted shaving the beard off completely because he looks a little weird without a beard, so I'm going to have to get back the stubble. I'm told that it grows back over time in the game, like in Red Dead, but I think I'm going to stick with the short hair. I like it. But again, my main topic of discussion here in this episode, I want to talk about Animal Crossing New Horizons again. Because there are still more things that keep coming out that I have opinions on, and some things are awesome, some things are concerning. First of all, I don't want to know too much more. Somebody was like, on Twitter, they're like, oh hey, the New Horizons strategy guide is on sale, and I'm just like, I don't want that. I've never bought an Animal Crossing strategy guide ever. Like, I like to discover the game as I play it. And so, there's all this new information coming out, and I keep wanting to, like, not look at it because I don't want to spoil. But then I'm also like, oh, I do want to know this. So I'm sort of like, do I look, do I not? I don't know. Because I can't resist. But then I learn things, and I'm like, I wish I didn't know that, because I have pre-ordered my game. As I mentioned in the last episode, I took the day off work. I don't know exactly when I'm going to get my code. I know that everyone who ordered it in the eShop, they've already preloaded it onto their Switch. It's there, ready to go. I'm assuming on the 29th, or the 19th, there's going to be like a big update of additional stuff for the day one update. But because I went through Best Buy so that I could get my discount and the reward certificate, I don't actually have my code yet. So I'm hoping that it'll come earlier in the week or like at midnight. We'll see. Although I have decided that because I'm not going to play it at midnight. So if it doesn't come till 9 or 10 the next morning, that's fine. Because I'm not going to go to my new island home in the middle of the night in the dark. Like, who wants to do that? That's no fun. I want to do it in broad daylight in the sunshine. It would be great. So I'm going to get up at like 9 or 10 o'clock and then enter the code. Now, if I can enter the code so that I can get up and just start playing, that would be awesome. Otherwise, I don't actually mind, though, if I get up and I have my code, I enter the code, and then it takes, 20 minutes to download the game, because that would give me a chance to play New Leaf one last time. Because I do want to say goodbye to my town, even though, because I've been there for over 7 years, so I'm very attached to Geneva. Although I do wish that there was a way to say goodbye. Especially since in New Leaf you are the mayor. But it would be nice if you were able to go to town hall and say to Isabel, hey listen, Izzy, I'm going to retire, I don't want to be mayor anymore, so it's all on you, girl, you take over, you run the town, you're awesome, you can do it, I'll see you in the funny papers. And then you can leave. And that way you could leave, and the town would continue on without you, and then you could come back for a visit, and it wouldn't be like a complete disaster with like no one there and everyone going, where have you been? You abandoned us, Because there is no way to leave your town. You have to just ghost them. You just leave in the middle of the night, like a thief in the night, and you ghost the entire town of friends. The only other way to do it is to just delete the town, which is horrific in and of itself. I've only ever deleted one Animal Crossing town, and that was my DS Wild World town, because I was giving my old DS and some DS games to my nieces, and I wanted to give them Animal Crossing because I thought they would enjoy it, but I wanted to delete my town so that when they started it, they would just start their own town. They didn't have to say, oh, I have to start a new town, oh, okay, yeah, I'll delete his and I'll start mine. I wanted it to be a clean slate for them. So I actually deleted that town. That broke my heart. It was horrible. So I don't want to do that. But I would like to be able to leave the town, but then still come back for visits where it's not like, where have you been? We've been lost without you! Because that's kind of lame. But that is a feature that I think Animal Crossing games should have, but never will. I don't expect to see that in New Horizons either. There's tons of new features in New Horizons, but I don't expect that to be one of them. They're giving you crazy control over everything in this version in the Switch game. Like, I found out that you can change your appearance at any mirror. Just go up to a mirror. You can change your appearance. You can change your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your hair, everything. And I'm just like, what? No. Like, I appreciate being able to pick my own face instead of just having it randomly selected by some personality questions. But like, once you have a face, like, that should be your face. Like, I don't want people changing their faces. I mean, I guess I could see, like, maybe if there's, like, angry eyes. So if you're in a bad mood, you can, like, give yourself angry eyes for that day or something. But I don't see myself changing my face much. Obviously, I would change my hair. But then the other thing is like, I don't want to change my hair myself. Does that mean that Harriet is out of a job? Is there no Shampoodle? Like, bad enough that in the Direct, you could see that, like, people like Chip and Joan, they're out of a job. They're being replaced by young, hip newbies. Like, CJ is clearly Chip Jr. And I'm just like, what the hell? Like, rude. Like, these are longtime characters who've been with the series for a long time, and I'm rather attached to people like Joan on Sunday mornings, and I would like to see Joan on Sunday mornings, and now I won't. I'm going to see whoever this new character is, maybe her daughter or something. Like, they're messing with tradition. It's upsetting to me. So I'm hoping that perhaps you can still open a Shampoodle and invite Harriet to your town, and she will perform makeovers in her inimitable style. Because I do sort of enjoy, like, answering random questions and then you get what you get. I like that. Having this much control is just weird. So maybe you can still get Harriet and Shampoodle, and then she can give you some additional hairstyles that you can't get by yourself. That would be cool. But I don't know yet if that's a thing. Because I sort of liked the randomness of that. Like, there's certain things about Animal Crossing that were just random and you didn't have control over, and I feel like that's more like life. In real life, there are things that happen and you say, oh, okay, I'll just deal with it. You know? And so it was more realistic, I suppose, to have Animal Crossing be like, this is the hair you get. You don't like it? You gotta wait till tomorrow to change it. This dog, he's totally building a house right there. Don't like it? Sorry, like it or lump it. And now, with New Horizons, you have so much control. You can be like, I want this store to go here, I want that animal to set up their house there, I want this tree to go here, I want that to be there, I want that to be there, I'm going to put sidewalks here, you know, and it's just like, and even to the point where you can say, like, I want the river to go this way, and I want a waterfall here, and I want these rocks, you know, and it's like, it's a lot. And it's a little overwhelming as an idea. I don't know if I care for that. Because it brings it very much into the, like, the SimCity kind of thing, where I don't like sim games because, well, I don't like those because you have to maintain the society, whereas Animal Crossing has never been about the maintaining of society. I mean, you gotta water your flowers and stuff so they don't die off, but that's about it. You know, you have to make sure everyone's fed and make sure, you know, it's not like The Sims where you have to, like, babysit them, where they'll set themselves on fire and die. The animals will just go about their business and it's fine. They get a little cranky if you don't talk to them for a while, but, you know, whatever. Like, this kind of control, creative control over your town is kind of unprecedented. And to me, it's actually a little scary and overwhelming. And I just keep reminding myself that they're giving you all of these options. Doesn't mean you have to do it. So if I want to just be like, if an animal's like, I want to move to your town, if I want to tell him where to go, fine. If I want to say, you know what, set it up wherever you like. I could maybe do that too. You know, that kind of, those options, they're just options, and I can get away with that. So that'll be all right. Because I know that there are people, in last episode, in the comments, one of you expressed concerns and said they're taking a wait-and-see approach and see what I think of the game, which obviously I'm getting it, because I'm obsessed. But they expressed concern over the fact that in the Direct they mentioned that the holidays are downloadable content. And I saw that, but I didn't actually think, you know, you're going to have to buy that. Because, first of all, Animal Crossing so far, the DLC has all been just free add-ons. In New Leaf, you could go, hey, what's my new present? And there were downloadable presents that you could get periodically from the mail, and it was great. I think that the holidays is just a way of like helping out the dev team so they don't have to have everything in the game for March. You know, this way they're like, well, you know what? Toy Day isn't until December. You don't have to worry about Toy Day yet. We'll do that as downloadable content in October. You know, like, so like maybe in October you'll get there will be a downloadable patch that will add in Halloween, Turkey Day, Toy Day, and all that, New Year's Eve, etc. But I don't expect to have to pay for any of that. He also mentioned that in the ESRB rating, they mention in-game purchases, which I hope, is just a butt covering thing, so that if they wanted to have paid DLC, they can. Not that they're definitely going to. It's not going to be, you know, microtransaction city. It's not a mobile game. Because that's the thing, is you're paying $60 for a game, you can't say to them, okay, you paid $60 for Animal Crossing New Horizons. Do you want to have Toy Day? That's an extra $5. But you could also get a holiday pack with all, you know, Christmas, Thanksgiving, and Halloween, all for $15 discount. You know, like, no one will go for that. Like, that is insane. People would revolt. I would revolt. I would flip out. Because you're already paying $60, you shouldn't have to pay more. I could see them maybe doing like, here's an exclusive, you know, Zelda-themed furniture set. It's like $1 or $2. I could see that. I could also see the potential of maybe like like Pocket Camp, where you could pay real-world money to get bells to pay off your house loan. Or you spend real-world money to get Nook Miles so that you can get more features in your game. Just to speed up the gameplay a little. But again, that makes sense in a mobile game when it's free, and that's how you're getting people to spend money on it. But in a game that someone has already paid $60 for, that kind of nickel and diming is not great. Also, it sort of defeats the purpose of what an Animal Crossing game is meant to be, which is a little bit day by day. You grow your town, you develop it. You don't want to rush through Animal Crossing. Like, that's crazy. You know, like, there's no such thing as an Animal Crossing speed run. So, I'm not too concerned about those things. I am a little concerned, as I said, about the overwhelming amount of options and control that you have over your town. It does seem to be a bit much, but we're going to find out in well, just less than 3 weeks. So there's a couple more episodes to go, and then there will be the one that I upload on March 22nd is going to be a very long Animal Crossing discussion. I'll just be ranting about Animal Crossing or praising Animal Crossing, hopefully loving Animal Crossing. So a couple more episodes until we get to that one. I will tell you right now that next week, I may have started a new game. I know, but maybe not. We'll see. So, cliffhanger, come back next week and find out if I did. And if I have absolutely no willpower at all. Bye!